Well, well, well. All right. Well, we got the Alien Earth that finally came out. What was it, like 2 days ago? I don't remember, but whatever. I watched it last night, and last night was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Thank you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting older. It's gonna be incredible. But anyways, uh, of course, I might get some, backlash on my point of views on this because obviously I'm going to say some things that people are not going to like. People who are like far left. Um, but anyways, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I don't care if you don't like it or not because I'm entitled to my opinion, right? That's what they always say. But yeah, once I give it, people hate it. But anyways, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Alien Earth. Now, I kind of have mixed feelings about this. Now, I'm not going to bash this show. I'm not going to say it was shit, because it wasn't. It wasn't shit. It wasn't garbage. It wasn't complete trash. But there is things that threw me off in a way. Like, I was like, okay, this is corny. Like, this is a little weak. I'm not liking that. This is that. But for the most part, I'm going to say for the most part, this show definitely had the elements there. It was there. Like, it had the environment, it had the aura. It just had that feeling of aliens. It had it, okay. And the special effects, the practical effects, I guess if they use that, I think the visual effects, things like that was great. The atmosphere of this this show was actually really good. It did capture that atmosphere that Ridley Scott did and James Cameron in the first two Alien films. It captured that feeling. It was great, and visual wise and everything. The technologies they had too was recapturing Ridley Scott's Alien. The technologies they had, it was because this is supposed to take place like 2 years before, when Ripley was out, on that mission. Uh, so this is really good though. I mean, it's really good how they had that environment. I really like that, and I like the pulse rifles. The pulse rifles are really freaking badass. I gotta say that the pulse rifles is badass, but I was so upset that nobody used it yet. I was like, come on, what are you doing? Use that pulse rifle. Like, there was so many opportunities where they could have shot the shit up out of this freaking xenomorph, but everybody just stood there. Every time there was an opportunity to shoot at the xenomorph, they just stood there. The gun was still down, and they're just, wow, what is that thing? Oh, there it goes. It's killing people. Oh no, don't shoot it yet. Don't shoot it, guys, because it's part of the script. We can't use the guns yet. Like, I was getting so mad. I'm like, dude, because I was wanting to hear how it sounds, and we're not getting that yet. Let me move this mouse real quick. We weren't getting that yet. I'm like, dude, I want to hear how it sounds. Does it actually sound like James Cameron's pulse rifles from Aliens? The original pulse rifles, the most badass freaking guns ever made. Which inspired the rifles in Halo. Like, that Aliens inspired Halo. Like, a lot of people don't know that, but it did. But anyways, but then you do get a glimpse of, like, you get to hear it. But that's when the alien was killing one of them, one of the Marines or rescue crew, whatever the hell they were. And I mean, this is spoiler alert. If you haven't seen this show, I mean, I think I'm spoiling it. I'm sorry if you haven't seen it yet. I'm spoiling things. I don't think I want to do that yet because the show just came out. It's only first 2 episodes. The season's not complete yet. So I don't want to spoil anything, but you do get to hear the gun, though. You do get to hear the gun, but it's like one part, like 15 seconds of it, or maybe less, 10 seconds. But I gotta say, it does sound good, though. I like how it sounds. It had that pulse rifle sound. It was there. I liked it. It was a little bit different. They kind of like tuned it a little bit in a different direction, but it really sounded good, though. I liked it. So that's an A plus there. Like I said, the environment, the atmosphere, everything, the visual effects, all that was A plus. I was like, this is great so far. But and the acting, I gotta say, it's kind of a mix. It's kind of a mix. The acting is really good for certain characters. Like, let me see here on Rotten Tomatoes here. Like this guy right here, Babao Cisse, who's playing tomorrow, the android character, or the oh shit, what is it called again? 'Cause there's different kinds. You have a synthetic, and there's shit, cyborg. He's a cyborg. So I really like his acting as a cyborg though. He's acting, his acting is pretty fucking top notch. So I was really enjoying that. I was like, oh, this guy is really good. I like it. um, and shit like that. And then we have of course, Wendy. Sydney Chandler is playing Wendy, who's a synthetic. Her consciousness, she was dying of cancer. She was a teen girl, and I'm spoiling it. Sorry. And her consciousness gets transferred into a synthetic android, pretty much. So now she becomes, a synthetic. So, but here's the thing, though. I mean, her acting is pretty good, but I was just like, okay, I get the whole. They wanted a female, lead role, and here they go where she is all powerful and there's nothing can defeat her, obviously, and she's the one with heart and the strong female role. I was like, here we go, there it is. They need a reason to have her unbeatable, and just invincible. So put her into a synthetic. Make her a synthetic, and then she'll be unstoppable with human conscience. So that's where I'm like, okay, there's some leftist shit going on there, some woke shit there, but whatever. I mean, at least they did it in that way so it could work. So it's gonna work, but I already know why they did it, and it's a little annoying, but whatever. It's gonna work. It's fine. I'll deal with it. It's fine. If the action is great and shit like that, and it's written well, I'm fine with it. But we don't know if it's written well past these two episodes. I mean, there was only 2 episodes so far. So I mean, and so far so good. It was okay. The second episode, I gotta say, was where it was getting a little corny. I was just like, yeah. And there was like little jokes in here and there, like some comedy. I was like, why the hell is that even there? I was like, why the hell did they even put that there? Like, what the hell was the point of that? Yeah, but whatever. So I don't want to keep spoiling everything. So if you haven't seen it yet, I really suggest you do watch it. It is really good. It is worth the subscription if you're not subscribed to Hulu. But I believe next year is strictly going to be under Disney now, so they won't be Hulu anymore. They'll be with Disney, so it'll be all just Disney. So I mean, if you're gonna subscribe to it just for the show, it's worth it. It's like what, $7.99? It's worth it. Just for the show so far. After that you could unsubscribe. You could do whatever. But for this show, I really think it's worth it. It's worth the watch. It is really, really good. Like I said, atmosphere-wise, the atmosphere is very, very alien. So that's the good part. The bad part is the way they're writing it in a way, like like I don't know how to explain it without spoiling things, because I know I'm gonna spoil a lot. But it is actually good to watch. It's not terrible. It's not a masterpiece either, but it's good. It's fair. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it's fair. Rotten Tomatoes, by the way, critics gave it 87%, which I think is a little bit too much credit for this. I think it deserves to be a little lower, but that's where the audience came in and gave it a 77%, and I'm like, that's more like it. That's exactly where I was gonna put it. I was gonna put it at a 76. But 1% more, that's fine. That's exactly like the same level, pretty much. You round it up. That's exactly what I had in mind. I was gonna give it like a 76. So 77, yeah, same thing. Well, I could agree to that. Cause it's not some superb masterpiece. It's not fantastic, and the acting is not all perfect. And fantastic. There is some dorkiness and another thing too, like her brother, Wendy's brother, in this show, Hermit, played by Alex Lothar, I thought was a little bit, it's kind of dorky, kind of cheesy, corny, whatever words you want to use for this, because like he seems to be like he wants to be the hero type, but it's like he's not, and he's very, very sissy wise, like very. I don't know. It's something about his character. I just can't really point it out. Like I don't really like his character much at all. I don't really care for his character. I'm not really caring too much for him, like at all. Wendy, I kind of care about in a way, but also like it's just like yeah, whatever. She's the lead role, obviously, but I don't care too much, but I care in a way. Um, this cyborg though, I do care about what his goal is, like what his purpose is, and why he's doing the things that he's doing. Because no spoiler alerts. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but he is on a mission. Obviously, he's on a mission. I think maybe for Wayland Yutani. I don't know if he's really like doing it, purposely doing something. He was told to to do something, obviously, and he's doing it. But like I said, his acting is really fucking good though. So you really like his character, and you want to get to know more about his character and why he's doing what he's doing. Like I just said, I got really into his character and was like, yo, what's up with him? Like, why is he doing what he's doing? Who gave him that mission? Obviously, he's on a mission for there's reasons why he's doing what he's doing. Well, anyways, what else should I cover? I mean, that's pretty much it. We didn't get much. We only got 2 episodes, and I can't really spoil anything because it just came out, and it still needs time for people to watch it. But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm telling you, it's worth the watch. It really is. It is pretty good. You're gonna love the atmosphere. It's there. The alien atmosphere. It's got the vibe. The Xenomorph, I gotta say, is pretty good. I didn't cover the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph is really freaking good, but I'm not gonna spoil anything. I'm gonna try not to spoil anything. The Xenomorph is badass, okay? But I will say his purpose kind of is throwing off. Like it feels like they forgot the sole purpose of the Xenomorphs and like what they do, what their purpose is. Their reasons for doing what they do, right? It's not always killing. They're misunderstanding the Xenomorph with this show. Like I'm gonna spoil a little bit here. That is what they're kind of throwing off here. Like, they kind of fell off track here of, like, what the Xenomorph's purpose actually is. Right? So, those of you who know, well, obviously you know what the Xenomorph does. Right? Its purpose is to basically get as many hosts. It needs as many hosts as it can to reproduce and to make more Xenomorphs, to produce more Xenomorphs. And, please the Queen. Which I don't know who the Queen's supposed to be here, because I guess maybe this is the main Xenomorph is the Queen, because somehow she's laying eggs. Spoiler. There is some eggs in here. I don't know where they came from either. There's like no telling where they came from. But and there was a face hugger, but that's what started it, the face hugger. Now the thing is, like yeah, because the Xenomorph was doing killing, just nothing but killing, not capturing, which is kind of throwing us off. The real alien fans, people who really know aliens, the purpose of a Xenomorph is to capture as many hosts as it can to make more Xenomorphs, to produce more Xenomorphs. Of course, yeah, the host will die, and they already know that you're gonna die once a Xenomorph chest burster comes out of your chest. That's why they don't kill you. They keep you alive so they could give have you as a host for the implant, right? For the face hugger to plant the seed and create the Xenomorph, and then out comes out your chest the Xenomorph, and then you're dead. So they already know you're gonna die. That's why they don't kill you, and they need you alive. So that's the thing about this show, is that so far they're showing us all they're showing us is the Xenomorph just annihilating, slaughtering everybody in its path. I mean, this motherfucker is slaughtering. I mean, you see body parts, spoiler alert, you're gonna see body parts everywhere. Split people in half, legs, arms and shit, blood splatter it's gory, okay? This motherfucker's ruthless. But the thing is, the Xenomorph doesn't do that. just doesn't kill. I mean, just doesn't kill just to kill, for the fun of killing. That's not its purpose. What it does is capture as many hosts as it can. Like I'm going to keep explaining that. It's supposed to capture people alive for hosts. Now, some people will die. Yeah, of course, it kills some. Sometimes you will be killed by the Xenomorph. It does it. It does that. But mostly it will capture alive. It will capture you alive as a host. So yeah, that's where they're getting what they're missing about the Xenomorph. So I don't know, maybe they might fix that. I don't know. Maybe in the next episodes it might change a little bit. Maybe they just want to show you how ruthless this Xenomorph is and how crazy and how vicious he is. Maybe it's just for this episodes, for these first 2 episodes to show how, so how these characters could get used to what they're looking at, or like get to know what they're dealing with. I don't know. Maybe it's written like that for a reason. Who knows? But hopefully that changes. Back into its original origins of what the Xenomorph really does. Of what its purpose is. I think that's about it. Xenomorph-wise. Now, what else can I cover? I think that's pretty much what I can cover because, obviously, I will spoil a lot of shit. I just did spoil that for you about the Xenomorph, but I didn't tell you exactly what happened. So yeah, watch the show. You will love it though. You are gonna love it though. I mean, it's not love it. Maybe you will like it. I don't know. Maybe you will hate it. I don't know. But it is a really good show. It's not terrible, but there's some elements there that is still missing, and like they're still misunderstanding about Alien. And you could tell that they like don't really fully understand still that what Alien is about. But other than that, it's its own thing, which is good. It's its own thing. It's its own lore. I don't know if it's canon. I'm not sure if it's if you could call this canon. I don't know, because it's supposed to take place 2 years before, prior to Ellen Ripley. So I don't know what to take on that. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how they're gonna mix this, because like I said in the other video way before about this series coming out, the trailer, I was like, how are they gonna mix this though? How are they gonna combine the stories? Because there's no prior history at all that there was a Xenomorph or anything like that, any type of events on Earth, and that's what that would cause Weyland-Yutani, the Weyland Corporation to go out to space and to reach further out there, like what's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like in Alien, they were responding to a signal that they were getting on a planet. That's how they discovered the Xenomorph for the first time. That was the very first time they experienced a Xenomorph, and they got to know what the hell that was. Well, Ripley did. And then that was the lead into Aliens, when they decided to colonize a planet and put a lot of I don't know if they were volunteers or something like that, but they put a bunch of people there in families and stuff like that as an experiment. But they didn't know that though. The families didn't know that, but they were put there purposely as an experiment for the Xenomorphs, because they wanted to get to know the Xenomorph. So that was the purpose of the second one. But before Alien, now we're getting a prequel here, pretty much, to a totally different story that happened on Earth. And it's like, I don't understand how they're gonna do that, because the information doesn't exist. Period. Unless they're gonna say, maybe to erase all erase all these events and shit like that from history. I don't know how they're gonna do that though, because obviously thousands of people experienced it, when the ship crashed. So I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, all in all though, the show it's its own thing. It is good for the most part. Like I said, it's got the atmosphere. It's good, but there's some things missing still, obviously. Like that they really didn't fully understand yet. But for the most part, it's okay. It's still good to watch. It really is. So yeah, I mean, that's all I can say about it. There's not much I can say. There's only 2 episodes so far, and it just came out, so gotta give people a chance to watch it. But yeah, go watch it if you haven't seen it yet. It's worth the watch. It is. It is pretty fun to watch. Other than that, that's all I can say. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below if you've seen this show so far, and let me know if you think it's a really good show. Like, do you think it's canon or not? Let me know. I want to know. I want to talk about this. So I want to hear your opinions. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, so you can see more about this, more videos about movies and TV shows and stuff like that, because I love doing this stuff. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you, and I'll see you next time.